Assalamu alaikum. Hello and welcome to the Mansuri Show. I'm your host Arif Zaffar Mansuri, and today I'm in California's state capital, Sacramento. We are coming to you today from the very heart of California politics, where the state assembly is honoring Pakistan by declaring August 14th as Pakistan Independence Day. It is a proud moment for the Pakistani American community, recognizing our contributions and further strengthening the bond between California and Pakistan and the Pakistani American community. But while we celebrate here, our hearts are heavy with concern for those back home. In recent days, devastating monsoon floods have taken more than 300 lives. Now, at the same time, Pakistan is working with the IMF on urgent economic reforms and with the United States on counterterrorism cooperation and other matters, all following a very difficult year that also saw conflict with India in May this year. Tonight, we are honored to be joined by Pakistan's ambassador to the United States, His Excellency Rizwan Saeed Sheikh. We will ask him today what this moment means, what challenges Pakistan faces, and how the road ahead looks for Pakistanis at home and abroad. Your Excellency, first of all, I'd like to welcome you to our show today.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be part of it.
Your Excellency, you are in Sacramento to attend an event at the state capitol where state assembly is recognizing 14th of August as Pakistan Independence Day. This recognition is, of course, symbolic.
Certainly.
So I'd like to ask you, what is the significance of this, passing of this resolution by California State? Also, what concrete deliverables would you be working with California in the field of, education, IT, culture, and other fields?
Well, this is certainly an important occasion because being in Sacramento for passage of this resolution by the Californian Senate at a time when Pak-US relations are witnessing an ascendant positive trajectory that has perhaps not been there in decades, carries an importance of its own. And we believe at this time, at a time of a positive momentum in the relationship, this resolution will send a salutary signal with regard to enhancement of cooperation, with California being the fourth largest economy anywhere in the world, to come together and revive the good old days when Pakistan benefited from California and Californian technology and collaboration with Californian institutions in domains like agriculture. The green revolution of Pakistan is certainly indebted in a way to a lot of cooperation from California-based institutions like UC Davis. And even today, the kind of technological cooperation that we have already initiated with the state of California in high yield seeds, in significantly, particularly with a sense of timing. It is unfortunate that too many lives have been lost in floods again this monsoon season in Pakistan, and it is becoming a pattern that whatever economic development we accomplish, part of it is washed away in floods due to the climate change and its repercussions. So we are working with California on a technology called below surface water retention, whereby the excess water that we have, our problem is that we either have too much water that we cannot handle, or there is a water scarcity in low rainfall periods. So this technology of retaining the water when we have it in excess below the surface is there in California. and we are working with the people here, legislators, at least 2 senators, a lady and a senior senator, to make some headway in this area. So there's too much that can take place,
Right.
and this resolution today is certainly a welcome augury in that way.
You mentioned the devastation by the monsoon rainfall in Pakistan.
unfortunate.
Over 300 people have lost life recently, and it's really wonderful to hear about your initiatives with the state of California and other initiatives to address the reoccurring problem in Pakistan. The climate change, Pakistan is affected by the climate change, but there is certainly a lot that can be done. So while you're working with the government agencies and the state and federal agencies, I'd like to ask you, what can the Pakistani diaspora do to assist you in that regard?
Well, Pakistani diaspora is the biggest asset that this relationship has. It is one attribute of this relationship which is significant and perhaps unique in terms of Pakistan's other bilateral ties with other important countries. At a time, in a situation where there is an upward trajectory, a positive trajectory, an ascendant trajectory in bilateral ties, and there are multiple pronouncements at the leadership level from both sides that they want to take this relationship to a partnership which is entrenched in economic relations. The contribution of diaspora is significant on 2 counts. One, they will have to be the initiators, the collaborators, because they have footholds here. So they can start joint ventures, projects in Pakistan. And secondly, whatever takes place on economic, on political counts, in any facet of relationship between our 2 countries, the diaspora will be the major beneficiary.
Of course.
So they are the actors, they are the beneficiaries, and through their endeavors, through their partnerships, through their collaboration, through their initiatives, the bilateral ties stand to strengthen and entrench in a long-term partnership.
Sir, the recent conflict or war between India and Pakistan, of course, by the grace of God, Pakistan was victorious, and not only Pakistan was victorious on the ground, but it also helped Pakistan. The tide of public opinion, turned in favor of Pakistan, and it also impacted, our relationship with many countries, including United States. I'd like to ask you, what measures are being, put in place to prevent something like this happen again? And can you tell us a little bit about how this war proceeded, this 4-day conflict?
Well, it was even less than 4 days. It was for about 87, 88 hours. It was unfortunate because Pakistan never wanted this kind of an escalation to take place. We had been warning against it, but our neighbor decided to go ahead to suit their administrative inefficiencies, their maybe electoral deficits, their political inadequacies. They decided to take that step, and they perhaps thought that our desire for peace was a sign of weakness. But by the grace of Allah and the unity of Pakistani nation and the valor and valiance and the vigor and verve of our armed forces, all the 3 forces, we made our point very clear.
Right.
And then it reached a stage when we were approached, I was approached as ambassador of Pakistan in Washington, seeking a ceasefire upon the Indian request, because their losses on the night between 9th and 10th of May were apparently colossal. We were ascendant at that time, but since we always have desired for peace and we stand for peace, and Pakistan does not under any circumstances want to engage in any conflict or confrontation anywhere in the world. So we also agreed, and we are thankful to President Trump in particular and his entire team, his cabinet members, who were part of this discussion, this facilitation on ceasefire. And we believe there is a step ahead of it, because during the process of ceasefire, there are tweets that can be observed, because they are on record, that there would be a further facilitation of the two sides, Pakistan and India, arch rivals, in a neighborhood which is so sensitive in terms of the kind of capabilities that multiple countries, not just these two countries, but other countries also have in that region, and peace in that region, even if we restrict our analysis and focus to two countries, impacts 1.7 billion population. So it was decided that there would be facilitation from the US side through other countries joining in, whoever can the two sides, the two parties agree to as a mediator in any country which the two sides can agree to discuss all disputes, all mutual concerns of one side or the other. So this is the next step, and we believe that it should take place, but India so far has been in denial of even the US facilitatory role in helping this ceasefire enter into force. It has been somewhat significant that each time their leadership has denied it, the US leadership has reaffirmed, reiterated the positive contribution that they made in this regard, and Pakistan has certainly acknowledged it as a fact and nominated officially President Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize. Right. So we are willing to go the whole distance. We agreed to the ceasefire, which was your basic question, right, in good faith. And we intend to pursue the path of peace in good faith. Pakistan has no aggressive intent against any country in the world, but we will guard our independence, our freedom, our territorial, ideological frontiers, our sovereignty jealously. We want peace, but we want peace with dignity.
So you mentioned the call you received from White House. I could only imagine what it must be like at that time when India, asked United States to broker this ceasefire with Pakistan. So now I'd like to ask you, the U.S.-Pakistan relationship has improved tremendously, in the recent past, and even our Army Chief Field Marshal General Asim Munir has visited the U.S. 2 times in the last couple of months, and he was invited by President Trump for lunch to White House. So there is definitely a very, very positive improvement in the relationship of the two countries. I'd like to ask you, sir, what besides security would be the areas of cooperation between U.S. and Pakistan that will define the next year?
Well, already, as you understand, that as part of a broader international effort, Pakistan also decided with the US side through mutually agreed arrangement that the trade deficit that we have with the United States, a trade surplus, we have surplus, they have deficit, would certainly be taken care of. But even with regard to the multiple trade arrangements that have been struck, Pakistan actually stands out as the only country where in the announcement tweet, the US leadership, President Trump himself mentioned that there will be investments in Pakistan starting with the energy sector. There are other facets, minerals, of course, is a futuristically significant area. IT, for reasons of Pakistan's youthful demographic configuration, is a very prominent area of collaboration and interaction. And actually, the bilaterally strong relationship, economically strong ties, politically cordial arrangements between Pakistan and the United States, being two mega countries of today and even future, large populations. We are currently fifth, they are fourth. In a few decades' time, we would be third, and the United States would be fourth. So between two mega countries, good relations from a futuristic standpoint are not an option, not a matter of choice. It's an imperative. And that's what both countries and both sides have realized, and that is what we are seeking. So in the next year, we hope, since this agreement in principle at the leadership level through frequency of contacts has been accomplished, we would be working to make good on it and concretize these arrangements in different facets of prospective collaboration.
Sir, one of the areas you identified in your response between the cooperation area of cooperation between U.S. and Pakistan is IT.
Yeah.
So last year you had come to the Northern California. That was your first trip to Northern California after taking over the charge at the Pakistan Embassy in Washington, D.C. And that was a very good conference, IT conference. And I remember I had attended and I had the pleasure of interviewing you, at that conference. And by the way, just as a side note, that interview that you had so graciously granted us, ARY, of course, it was a very, very popular episode of our show on ARY, as well as
it's all because of your good looks. So I'm sure.
Thank you, kind sir. You're very kind. And that interview on YouTube has garnered, as of now, almost 1.5 million views. So we are very proud of that, and we are, of course, very grateful to you for granting us. And we have interviewed you since then many times. Actually, I remember correctly, that was your first interview after you took over the charge.
To any journalist, yes.
So what I'd like to ask you is, since then, and that, by the way, that conference, $20 million was pledged, in that conference. Yeah. So I'd like to ask you, what is the state of affairs as far as our IT sector is concerned?
Well, after that conference, we had other editions in 3 other cities, Dallas, New York, and Washington. And the next part of the series is again coming back to San Francisco in the first week of November, Silicon Valley. Then the same people would also be going to Austin as well as Chicago. So that is a series which continues. You remember we discussed at that time, and it was clearly pronounced that it is not a one-off thing. It's a series. And on similar lines, on the similar pattern, we are also initiating fairly soon, now that there is this agreement at the leadership level to enhance our economic interaction, a Pakistan investment series in the next few months. And that will also travel to different states. Hopefully, we look forward to starting in maybe Houston, and then going ahead.
Yeah, that is one area, as you have identified as well, that has a major potential. You have mentioned in your speeches that Pakistan's cost is 174% below that of China.
Yes, the cost of labor in Pakistan is 174% lower than China. So
that is
the production prospects in Pakistan are certainly pregnant with profit and promise.
Sir, the U.S.-Pakistan relationship is on a very, uptick, or the improvement is tremendous.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. I'd like to ask you, how can the Pakistani diaspora benefit from this, very positive improvement in U.S.-Pakistan relationship?
Well, whatever they are up to in the economic domain, if they do it with Pakistan, I mean, they would be facilitators, builders, and beneficiaries. I mean, altogether. So that's as simple as that. I mean, they know Pakistan already, but if they can now take their American partners in terms of joint ventures that can be established in not just the identified sectors of IT, minerals, energy, but other sectors like infrastructure, like agriculture, like frankly, tourism.
Of course.
Pakistan is the best hidden tourist secret in the world, and now we want to bring it out for the world to see. But it needs investments, and those investments, which are mutually rewarding, certainly profitable, need to be made in the tourist destination Pakistan and tech destination Pakistan. So Pakistan is a good, forthcoming, profitable destination on multiple counts, and Pakistani diaspora certainly should be the front runners, not just the cheerleaders, but active players in the endeavor to strengthen bilateral ties between our two countries on a strong economic footing.
I'd like to also ask you, the Pakistani diaspora is not very big. I think we are about 1 million of us here in United States. I would like to ask you, what can the diaspora do to increase its strength in various areas, the executive branch or legislative branch, media, and what have you?
That's a very important aspect, because while Pakistanis are in the higher income bracket in the United States, 64,000 is the average, Pakistanis are in the 76,000 bracket. So they have done well on the average in the United States, but they are not as active as they should or could be in the mainstream political and social streams or areas in this country, which is significant, and being active in the social, political, economic areas would certainly stand them in good stead in terms of acquiring a community strength and a collective effective voice. That is certainly going to be significant from a futuristic standpoint. So more active engagement and involvement in the local systems and processes and procedures is certainly something where there is a gap, but it's not a gap that cannot be fulfilled through swift affirmative action, and that I believe should be taken. I have seen in recent visits and contacts with the diaspora in different parts of this country that there is a realization on this score. And I hope that this realization will translate into action.
I'd like to ask you a question that I hope, this is a little bit personal to me. I would like to ask you about our organization. I represent Friends of Pakistan, a nationwide non-profit organization. I am, involved with that as chairman of that organization, and my colleague Jamal Khaja is the president. You have been very kind to our organization. We have a similar goal to the Embassy of Pakistan. Our slogan is Sirf Pakistan. We are about Pakistan. And you have been extremely kind. Your patronage, your support of the organization, we are very truly grateful. On this 14th of August, you had sent us a message for our event, which was, by the way, a really great event in California. Sure. And we have enjoyed a really great relationship with the embassy since you have taken over the charge there. And we have been involved with many things, including we had our Orange County has passed the resolution declaring 14th of Independence as Pakistan Day this year and also last year, where our Consul General, Honorable Asim Ali Khan Saab, had participated in the ceremony at the State Board of Equalization. I'd like to just ask you what would you like to share with our audience regarding Friends of Pakistan?
Well, it's a comparatively nascent organization, but it has accomplished a lot in infancy even, and has certainly bright prospects. Myself at the embassy, teams in the length and breadth of United States, different consulates that we have, we would want to ensure that all these organizations that are coming up, particularly the new ones, should be able to flourish and entrench themselves in the overall political economy of United States. And the best thing that I particularly admire about this organization is that your area of interaction and action is not political but economic.
Right.
So you are trying to forge economic ties.
Yes, sir.
That is the best underwriting of a sustainable, durable bilateral interaction between any two countries in the world. And it is something which even the US leadership has acknowledged. Recently Secretary Rubio in the congratulatory message that he issued on Pakistan Independence Day celebrations, it carried the assurance that they want our relationship entrenched in an economic content. So your objective is just simply in consonance with what is the overall objective or a common view of the two countries and their leadership. So perhaps that should be able to propel you further in the right direction.
Thank you so much. So kind of you.
Thank you.
I'd like to ask you, I've been, as you know, I'm an industrialist, entrepreneur, but journalism, my passion. I've been involved with journalism, the ARY show, the Mansuri Show on ARY, and then I own two newspapers, Pakistan Link and Urdu Link, which are the most prominent, English and Urdu newspaper of Pakistan. So I've had the pleasure and honor of interviewing many of your predecessors over the last 2 decades. Now, as a journalist, as an outsider, as a unbiased observer, what I have experienced working with you over this 1 year, you would be 1 year on the 22nd of August. It will be 1 year of your taking charge at
20th.
20th?
Yeah.
Or 20th of August. So just a few days from now. And you have served at the Embassy of Pakistan as DCM, Deputy, the head of mission. What I've noticed is you're so out there, you're everywhere. Whichever event you're traveling the length and breadth of, United States, meeting the community non-stop, meeting the congressmen, senators, businesses. It's just been an incredible experience for me as an outsider watching you work, over this 1 year. And by the way, the US-Pakistan relationship has never been as good as it has been in your tenure. I'd like to ask you, sir, as a personal question, and one of the things I remember you saying when you were DCM, that in one of these interviews, and mashallah, you're so quick-witted and, your sense of humor is incredible. You had said, as a DCM, that I have a very responsible job. Whatever goes wrong, I'm responsible. So that was really funny. But I'd like to ask you, sir, on a personal note, how has it been the ambassador of Pakistan? You joined at the most difficult time in the relationship, and now you have turned the things around to where Pakistan has become again, actually, I don't know if we had enjoyed this type of relationship in a long, long time.
Decades.
So as a, what is how do you feel? What's been your experience as the ambassador?
No, Alhamdulillah. Allah has been extremely, extremely kind, and the human effort is the limit of human beings. The result certainly belongs to the Almighty, the Divine. So whatever we tried in the right frame of mind, through positivity, making the US side realize that such a large country of 250 million should not be looked at from the lens of another country, whether
Right.
it is
Of course.
China, India, Afghanistan, Russia, or whoever. We merit our standalone relationship, long-term relationship as a mega country with the United States. And I believe this message has sunk in, and we are seeing some very, very good signs that you mentioned of improvement, a trajectory that is ascendant. But still there is no room for complacency, because as a diplomat I can create opportunities. The delivery lies back home. So the opportunities that are being created, that are being promised, that are being pronounced, have to be materialized, have to be capitalized on. So the work has only begun. It looks good, but we have to make good.
Very good, sir. In the end, any message for the diaspora?
Well, it's the best of times in Pak-US relations. Please come together above your, political, religious, social differences or divergences of opinion. Come together and let's work together and act together to make good on this opportunity. Let's team up for Pakistan, and let's all profit from the promise of Pakistan.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
Thank
It's
you.
been a pleasure talking to you.
Always.
As we mark Pakistan's Independence Day here in Sacramento, we are reminded that our celebrations are not only about honoring history, they are about building a stronger, brighter future together. From climate resilience to economic reforms, from security to cultural exchanges, the challenges are many, but so are the opportunities. Your Excellency, thank you for joining us today and sharing your insights. I extend my gratitude and best wishes to you, sir, to the people of Pakistan, and to our vibrant Pakistani American community. That's all the time we have. Please keep watching The Mansuri Show, keep listening to The Mansuri Review, keep reading our newspapers, Pakistan Link, Urdu Link. Please keep sending us your comments, your feedback at the address on your screen. And above all, please stay connected with Pakistan. Khuda Hafiz.
Parents, show your love with Tahir Halal Kids multivitamin gummies, made in the USA and certified halal. Delicious and packed with essential vitamins, these gummies keep your little ones healthy, happy, and full of energy. No fuss, just fun, because good health should taste great. Tahir Halal. Love, nutrition, and care in every bite.
ताहिर प्रोडक्ट्स आपके खानदान की सेहत के लिए बेहतरीन हलाल विटामिन्स और सप्लीमेंट्स, खालिस, मियारी और फखर के साथ अमेरिका में तैयार करदा।
Kaba Fusion is a pharmacist-owned, patient-focused team of professionals with over 30 years' experience providing intravenous medication to patients in the comfort of their own home. Founded by Dr. Sohail Masood, Kaba Fusion has 7 state-of-the-art pharmacies located across the country. Visit us at kabafusion.com to learn more about the benefits of in-home infusion therapy.